My name is Ashlyn Clark, and for my senior project, I did something for Frozen Dessert Supplies. Frozen Dessert Supplies is the #1 online distributor for frozen yogurt shops. They also have a brand that specifies with hot cup drink shops, and then they also have a large distribution center as well. For my project, I decided to pioneer the HR department at Frozen Dessert Supplies. Up to this point, they haven't had an opportunity to establish an HR department, so that's what I was working on. My first step in starting the project for Frozen Dessert Supplies was to do my research. So I went around and I interviewed all of the managers of the company to see what the needs were of the company, what the needs of their employees was. I also sent out a survey to each of the individual employees, not just the managers, asking what they feel like the training experience was like and what they feel like the company is lacking. Through my research, I realized that the biggest issue that they struggled with was the onboarding process at Frozen Dessert Supplies. My first step was to create a new hiring process for the company. And so what I did is I created a PowerPoint explaining who would be involved in the new hiring process. This included interviewing as well as the onboarding experience, as well as the exit interviews that would be happening with the employees. And then I took this presentation and I gave it to all of the managers to let them know how the new systems were going to run. So through this experience with the new hire process, I learned a lot about teamwork and how each member of the company really needs to work on building each other to help a new employee feel fully comfortable at the company. The next thing I did was I started working on this new employee packet. This packet goes through specifically the culture of the company, the purpose, what their ultimate goals are, as well as a letter from the CEO. This is a board of all of the employees I helped onboard while at Frozen Dessert Supplies. In the beginning, I started with a lot of the things that were already established with the company, but as I was getting through more and more of these employees, I was actually able to implement the new employee packet, as well as a welcome presentation that I put together as well, to welcome all of the new employees. I also gave them a tour of the facility and introduced them to everybody to make them more comfortable. As for the new hiring process for the new employees, after I walked them through the onboarding process as well as gave them a tour of the facility, I introduced them to all of their managers. Their managers then had a prepared list of things that the employee would be responsible for accomplishing their first week of work. After they were introduced to their managers and walked through the rest of their onboarding experience with meeting their team, I then asked the new employee to come meet with me after their first day to give me some feedback on how their first day went. This gave me some more research on how we could continually improve the process. From there, I created a questionnaire for all of the managers to give to their employees 1 week after the employee starts, as well as 1 month after the employee starts. This is a one-on-one that the managers could do with their employees, so that way they can better understand where they're at in the training and how they can better help them. I also created a policy book that I'm not able to display at this time. However, that is a policy book that we also give to the new employees who are coming in so they can know all of the policies of the company. Through this experience, I've been so grateful to Frozen Dessert Supplies for the opportunity that they've given me to establish these different programs within their company. I've had a lot of freedom for my creativity, and that has really helped me grow throughout this project. I've also learned a lot about communication and how to help new employees feel fully comfortable in a new environment, and it's truly been a rewarding experience.